So my name is Aaron. I got saved when I was very young, about 5, 6 years old. To be honest, I don't remember the entirety of the situation. My dad led me to Christ one night, and when I when I was a kid, we used to do Bible readings every week. Once a week, we sit down and do a Bible study for an hour, and we just read straight out of the Bible, which I think is probably the best way to study. Bible is number one. Everything else is a secondary truth. And being a Bible believing Christian, that's been important to me. That everything that I read in that book is absolutely and completely true. Throughout the years, I had a lot of struggles in my life. Most people have, I guess, but for example, when I was pretty young, my dad and I used to fight a lot when I got into my teenage years, and I actually ran away from home one night and went to went to hide out behind one of my friend's house, just a place I knew, and turned out that he was on vacation or out of town for the entire weekend. And this was at the end of November. It was probably about 25, 30 degrees out, and I had brought nothing with me but a shirt. I didn't have a coat or anything. And as the temperature was dropping going into the evening, I realized that I probably wasn't going to make it. And the funny thing is I didn't really care at the time. It just didn't matter to me. And I said a little prayer and asked God, what should I do? And a little bit later, when it was starting to get unbearable, I got up and walked over to the church, which was pretty nearby at my friend's house. And it just so happened that the second floor back door of the church building wasn't locked. All the other entrances, exits were locked, but that one just happened to be open. So I went inside and actually went upstairs and slept in the balcony of the sanctuary for the evening. I was woken in the morning by the pastor of the church, and we had a pretty good conversation, and everything ended up working out in the end. But in reality, it's such a good example of how no matter what seems to happen in my life, God always takes care of me. And a lot of crazy things have happened to me. I fell off a roof, dropped 20 feet to the ground. Not a single strain, sprain, or broken bone. Rolled to my feet and just kind of shook it off, and that was it. I've almost I had an ex try to actually kill me and almost took out my mom as well. There's a lot of crazy people in the world, and just knowing God has made my life so much better, and brought me to a place eventually where I could have a real relationship with my wife, who I love, and I don't think, to be honest with you, that would have been possible without God, without Jesus. So my life has definitely been made better because of Him in every aspect that I could even really think of. So that was the best decision I ever made when I got saved.